Picking up our first passenger. There's our first passenger. Hi, I'm Chuck.
And I'm Barbie.
And we're the Bowser Journal. We have an announcement to make.
We bought a bus.
Yeah, you're probably thinking, why did you guys buy a bus? Well, we wanted to have a camper, but we didn't want to have debt. And then I started getting interested in the whole camping nomadic thing with an interview on the Survival podcast with We Are the Russos. So with that, I came home and started watching YouTube videos on stealth camper vans and stuff like that. And then I decided, hey, I need to show this to Barbie. And then, so I said, Barbie, hey, come here, watch this video.
So I watched the video, and at the end, I'm like, okay, let's do it.
Which totally surprised me because I was totally expecting her to shoot that idea down because, well, you don't know my wife like I know my wife. She just, I'd expected her to say no because it was too small.
Well, I do like adventure.
Yes, you do like adventure. That's why you married me, because I'm adventurous. So then from there we started watching videos like our channels on YouTube, because we don't really watch cable TV anymore. We actually have YouTube and Netflix. And so we started watching channels like Less Junk, More Journey, Keep Your Daydream, Dan and Jay, Nevada, and there's a bunch of them out there. And we started watching them more and more and more. And that kind of gave us ideas of what to expect and stuff like that. Now, we're still going to learn a lot when we go on the road camping. We're still going to learn a lot more when we go on the road camping and other stuff like that. But one of the things is, when we started looking at camper vans, we realized pretty quickly the quality varies from horrible to super, super nice.
Yes.
Well, the super, super nice ones were like way out of our price range. And so we decided, well, you know, we really should build something of our own. And that way we can control the quality. And if anything broke down while we're on the road, like the electrical system or the plumbing system, stuff like that, I would be able to fix it because I was the one to build it, so I know how that it actually works. So,
well, and one reason I wanted to build our own eventually was because we have 2 big German Shepherds, so we could build them their own space and everything.
They're not that big. They're only 99 pounds, give or take a pound or 2. There are little puppies. They're little fur babies because all of our kids have grown and moved out of the house and have their own lives now, and they really just don't pay, you know, we don't get to see them as much as we'd like to. Another reason for a bus is because it's just a Cummins diesel, so any diesel mechanic can fix that. We don't have to go to the RV place to have them fix it. So anyways, if you take your camper van to like Camper World or any of those other places for repairs, a lot of times they have 2, 3, 4 week waiting period in order for it to get in. At most diesel shops, you can get in and out in the same day. All you do is go to a truck stop because they work on diesels all day long and they usually have a mechanic on 24/7. So it's going to make it real easy for doing repairs. So then we started doing our research, and this is why I let Barbie kick in because she's my research queen.
Yeah, so we started off looking at the stealth camper vans, and like I said, we have 2 dogs, so we quickly realized that there wasn't going to be enough room in one of those for us to be comfortable. So we moved up and we looked at the larger Sprinters, like Class Bs, went to Class Cs.
Well, we started looking at building a Sprinter first.
Yes.
Yeah, we started looking at used Sprinters with the option of building it out.
Yeah.
And then we started pricing how much buying a used Sprinter was and building it out.
Yeah.
And then we said, we can buy a used RV for that.
But then we started going and actually looking at some of the RV dealerships around here and looked at everything from Class B on up to Class A. And some of them were very nice, but they didn't have exactly what we wanted, I guess, you know, especially with the dogs. And the ones that did are way out of our price range. So what's funny, though, is when we first started this journey about a year ago, and we were looking at the Sprinters and things, we were on Craigslist, and this exact bus was on Craigslist. And at the time, we didn't have cash for it, and we decided we weren't going to go in debt doing this, so we didn't get it. And so we kept looking, and we came to the conclusion that we needed to just build our own. So we were looking at buses or shuttle buses so that we could build it out the way that we wanted it. And we were actually scheduled to go down to Miami to look at and possibly buy a shuttle bus that was down there on a Saturday. And that Friday night, I happened to get on Craigslist, and lo and behold, the original bus that kind of started all of this was on there. And this time we could afford it, so we kind of canceled our trip to Miami and went to Naples instead, and saw the bus and fell in love with her.
Yeah. And the ironic thing is we actually got it cheaper the second time, and the first time when we saw it on sale, it still had the seats and everything in. So the guy had taken the seats out of it because he was using it to tow his ATVs and four-wheelers and stuff to go do four-wheeling and stuff like that. So he already did that part of the work for me, so it was a no-brainer at that point. So let's talk about Journee's history. She started off her life as a school bus, and then after that she got taken over by the East Naples Fire Department, and that's why she's not painting your typical school bus colors. We will change those colors, but we're going to maintain the green and white scheme. That we're probably going to go with a darker green as you see in our channel. Although, I don't know, we may change that as well too. I don't know. This whole thing's brand new to us, and we're going to figure it out as we go along. But we want to try. We wanted the bus colors to kind of be the same as the YouTube color. So I don't know. We're still. If you know my wife, you know that decision's probably been changed about 45 times in the last 44 minutes. Knowing her, ask her how many floor plans she has for the bus. How many revisions?
That's a different video, baby.
Yeah, that is a different video. So we want to introduce you to Journee. That's what we named her. And as my wife says, it's the French way of spelling Journey, which means C-H-U-C-K. All the letters are silent. Just don't worry about it. But it's pronounced Journee.
It's Journee.
Oh, okay.
Because my husband took me to Paris, so.
I didn't take you to Paris. My Marriott Reward points took you to Paris because I can't afford that kind of stuff. There's benefits to working on the road all the time and traveling and staying at courtyards and stuff like that. So stay tuned for future videos. The next video is going to be how we actually got her titled as a motorhome, because the advantage of doing that is the licensing, the type of driver's license you need, and the tags and the insurance and all that stuff. And then we've also started demo, so we got video roll footage of that. So stay tuned for the process as we convert it from a used fire department / school bus to our home on the roads when we decide we would go camping and stuff. So stay tuned. I want to apologize for the rooster going off in the background. We're filming this first thing in the morning, and evidently he feels that we should be feeding him and not talking to you guys. Well, we know which is more important, which is why he's crowing up there. This is your stop, Sasha. You need to get off the bus. Good girl, Mama. Okay, you ready? Ask her how many different floor bus pans. Ask her how many different floor. So a lot of times when you take your stop laughing. I can see that's gonna be an outtake. What was I talking about now? I totally forgot. Oh,